Wow, really ready?
Ready.
Okay. Ready? Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. This is Town of Lake Luzerne regular board meeting, February 3rd, 2026. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilwoman Pettis.
Here.
Councilwoman Fan.
Here.
Councilman Morton. Supervisor Niles.
Here. Before we get started on your agenda, Kayla Holmes couldn't make it tonight, so she'll be here next time.
Yes, 17th.
Public hearing, all right, can you read the notice? I'll be reading.
Doesn't.
I don't know if I can read.
It doesn't have to be right. Oh, to you.
I'd like to read it.
Okay.
So that.
I'll have to type it up. I don't know.
Out loud, Jim, out loud.
This isn't what I thought it was. No. The actual,
Oh, you want the law?
Yeah. That's the notice that it was put in the paper.
Yes, so it was,
I'll read it.
it was published.
I
on
definitely
January
can't see that.
21.
Thank you.
You want me to read the whole thing or do you just want to
just-
say what's different?
Just sorry. Thank you.
Do you want him to? Do you want to open the public hearing before I read it or do you want me to read it and then open the public? hearing?
I hereby open the public hearing.
Okay. Okay, so this local law replaces local law 1 of 2025. And the only thing that it's changing is that it's allowing 2 alternates to the zoning board of appeals. The prior local law allowed 2 alternates for the planning board and only 1 alternate for the ZBA. So we're just increasing that to 2.
So each board will have 2 alternates.
Correct.
Any discussion by the board?
No.
Any discussion by folks that are here? You have a very boring evening.
I do have a very quiet evening. But this is important to me. Would you like me to state my name and address for the record? Matt
Yes,
Powers,
Mr.
11 Hills
Powers,
Drive.
please do that.
I'm here to support the proposed new local law 1 of 2026, adding a second alternate to the zoning board of appeals. I think it's in the best interest of the town, the zoning board of appeals, to have a second alternate to ensure that we always have. I'm pretty sure if we have 2 alternates, 5 members, we will always have a quorum. We won't have to cancel like we did in November. In addition to that, it allows the second alternate to, if they're not both alternates, to sit in on the zoning board when they're not on the board and learn what the board does. So it's not coming in cold when they have to fill in for somebody else. So, yeah, as the chairman of the zoning board of appeals, I bear a prejudiced perspective. I would state that for the record, but I'm in favor of the proposed legislation.
Is Mike's status still the same?
Mike's status is staying. He intends to be back in June when he finishes his educational pursuits. So in the meantime, Brent will be on the board because we'll be 1 member short. So adding a second member really only adds 1 alternate at this point in time until June when Mike comes back. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Anybody on Zoom wish to speak about this?
No.
Okay, therefore I'll close the
Yeah.
public hearing.
And second.
All in favor of closing it?
Aye.
Do you want to go ahead and vote on it? Motion. Do we have a resolution all set or don't we need it?
We do. I think we've got it made, but
It's down further.
it's in our
Up.
packet.
Okay. Okay, the floor is open to the public on legislative issues. Start the timer, Lori.
I was kind of hoping that you, Matt Powell, 11 Hayes Drive for the record again. I was kind of hoping that, you would go to the resolution to accept the public local law number 1 of 2026. Because I would like to see the board this evening propose appoint Mary Alice Barnaby as a second alternate to the zoning board of appeals, rather than having to wait another month, so that she can actually attend the zoning board meeting next Thursday night. Thank you.
Yeah, we already interviewed Mary Alice
Yes.
a month or so ago.
I'll make the motion that we appoint Mary Alice. No,
I think you have to do the resolution.
First. Then do.
Okay, let's do it then. Let's go to that. Is that resolution written?
It's just approving or adopting local law 1 of 2026.
I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none carried.
Andy?
Now, Andy's.
I'll make a motion to appoint Mary Alice Barnaby
To the zoning board of appeals.
to the zoning board of
As the
appeals
alternate,
Second.
as the second alternate.
as a second alternate.
Second alternate. Councilwoman McMahon made the motion.
Yeah.
Yes.
No second.
That's me. Anybody. Dean.
Councilman Over.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, hearing none carried.
It's probably important to call first alternate and second alternate, so we know which one is next in line each time.
Make a note, put that on my sheet.
You'll let them know, Matt, that the T's have been crossed.
Yeah.
Okay. Floor is open to any comments on legislation.
Just had it.
Hey, anybody on Zoom have any comments about the proposed legislation tonight? Lori?
Proposed resolution to pay the bills of the third abstract of 2026 as presented. General fund vouchers 6102 to 6133 and 6153, $31,028.94. Highway fund vouchers 6134 to 6152, $58,214.15. SW1 Water District Fund vouchers 6154 to 6159, $9,109.41. TA fund vouchers 6161 to 6163, $22,025.
I'll make the motion to approve. A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried. I was out of the office this afternoon, so I didn't give you guys minutes, so we'll have to table that till the agenda meeting. I don't want to wait till the next regular meeting.
Next item on the agenda is to appoint Mary Ellen Allison.
Yep.
To the zoning update committee, not to be confused with the zoning board of appeals. Any discussion,
No,
motion?
I make the motion. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none carried.
I will notify her of that.
You will, okay, so,
We already did that, right?
yeah,
We adopted local law already.
correct. So now we're on to discussion.
Discussion about the folk school.
Yeah.
On update us, thanks.
Yeah, sure. So a couple things regarding the folk school. We kind of got thrown a little bit of a curveball today. Sale, but start off with the good news, which I think the contract with them is pretty much good to go. I believe we can vote on accepting that if we'd like. The not so good news is, I'm sure you guys have heard the zoning folks talk that the FEMA maps are getting updated. When the FEMA maps do get updated, the folk school is going to fall into the flood zone. So this was pointed out to us today. a portion of the folk school is gonna be in the 100-year floodplain and where the blacksmith shop is now. And then the rest is going to be where the old town hall is, the parking lot is gonna be part of the 500-year floodplain. I did call Terry, the director of the folk school, and explain that to her. She was obviously pretty disappointed with that. Nothing we can do about it. But kind of a silver lining to this is she did call me back later in the day, and when they built their blacksmith shop, they did have to get I don't think I talked to you guys about this, a LOMA for that.
We did,
Yeah, which is a letter of map adjustment
yeah.
amendment, okay? Essentially, you can kind of appeal the FEMA rating. They were granted that for the blacksmith shop. Now, that's before the new maps come out. So they're probably gonna have to go through that process again, but they did get levels measured and things like that.
Elevations, okay.
Yeah, so it's not gonna, it shouldn't hypothetically cost them much money to challenge the rating, so. My hope is tonight that we can approve the contract and then the ball will kind of be in their court as far as having to deal with FEMA. They have a meeting middle of this month where Terry's gonna kind of present all this information to the board regarding the floodplain. So,
The end of your conversation with her was Terry wants to keep going, right? I think she said
Yeah.
a couple more hurdles that they want to get over.
yeah, I mean, her intent is to do that. It's obviously a board decision, though. She made that clear, that it'll be a board decision, but they're hopeful that it's not gonna be as daunting of a task as it might seem. Yeah.
All set.
Yep.
I did have a couple questions about the contract, which I talked directly to Mary about via email, so I'm fine at this point. Anybody else got a question?
I have a couple.
Fire away.
What was the appraisal on it?
So we had two appraisals done. One came in at 250, one came in at 240. There was also a previous agreement made between the former supervisor and the folk school to do some maintenance to the folk school that was never actually completed. So as part of the negotiation process, we did agree on the 240 price.
Okay. And will this be on the tax map, the tax roll, or no? Are they exempt down there?
I believe they're exempt because they're nonprofit.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
501c.
Okay,
Right now, they're exempt.
if they purchase it, they'll be still exempt.
We were talking about this with Melissa today. And she's got to look into it, whether they will continue to be exempt or not.
They should be, they're an educational institution.
Yeah, they're a 501c
Okay.
is what I'm told.
501
So their concerns up there.
real property tax exempt.
No,
Oh, okay.
she just didn't know if,
Anything about that,
if
Burgess?
the
I'm
music
sorry.
center thing changed.
Is a 501c tax exempt for
In my,
property tax?
my not lawyer opinion, yes. Well,
LLC.
yes.
Got it.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Did you hear what Burgess said? He's not a lawyer, but
I'm not a lawyer. Ask Mary.
There you go.
I say they're exempt, yes.
So-
Yeah, I just had those couple questions because I wasn't on the board during all this, so
all right,
that's all I got.
that's a woman McMahon. Questions?
No questions.
I know you've already reviewed it.
Mhm.
I'm fine with it. We want to proceed.
I just wanted to point out one part of it, just to make sure you guys are okay with it, you got it. In paragraph 3.03. They're asking for half the share of expenses for any repairs to that parking lot. And they put $10,000 in, the price would not exceed $10,000 for a year, so I just want to make sure that you all realize that, because I don't know if there are budget implications for that. That was it.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny because Pam asked me that question about an hour ago. Right,
So who would make those decisions? Though it'd be between, would it be the town or would it be them that decide, well, the parking lot needs repairs? Was that part of the agreement with?
It is hard, sorry. like-
Right now, we're doing all the maintenance on the parking lot.
But that, I thought
But
because we lowered the price to 10,000.
way I read
That
it,
was for the actual building repairs, had nothing to do with the
It
parking
had
lot.
nothing to do with. the price.
Yeah, it was like.
Because right now, we're still gonna plow it
Yeah.
and
correct,
stuff.
the way I
Yeah.
read it, correct me if I'm wrong,
Still gonna,
we do the plowing and the seasonal maintenance. Any repairs is 50/50. Am I reading it right? Am I
Ye-
recalling it correctly?
Yeah, and there was going to be, Mary, there's gonna be a secondary agreement, remember we omitted. That's going to basically lay out that that parking lot can still be used for. Town people to use the courts and all that kind of
I
stuff
thought you were still.
as well.
Oh, no,
We were just trying to clean up the initial contract and not
Okay.
include all of it.
So what the contract says is that they'll give the town 90 days notice of any repairs that are needed. The description of the repairs and the estimated time frame. And then the town would be responsible for sharing half of that cost. So it is the folk school that will make the decision on the repairs and notice the town.
oh, okay.
And we have the use of that parking lot all the time.
We have to help with repairs.
Based on this, yes.
Just so everybody knows what's going on, we're in the process of selling the property that homeschool uses. We want to keep them in town. They're a vital part of our downtown area. And they need to expand, so they want to purchase the property so that they can expand. That's drastically condensing the entire argument, but that's basically the largest reasons. Shall
But
we
the
proceed?
repair that there is just the parking lot area.
I believe so, but let me just make sure.
So it is, the amount that's in there is, if it's over 10,000?
Up to.
Up to.
Up
not
to
exceed
10,000.
10,000 in
Okay.
a year.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
it's just a parking lot area which we had use of. For our,
Tennis courts and stuff.
yeah, that's fair.
I think you still own. the parking lot.
We don't. This
No, I think I remember this, yeah,
is the map.
yeah.
Point
For the parcel on it?
They're leaving it open for public use. So
Right.
598.
It's that
Yeah,
point
right
that comes out.
I mean, you're still gonna own one.
Just so everybody recalls it, there's a contingency in here that we have to get a easement from Open Space Institute, OSI, so that they can put their septic system over on the south side of the parking lot. In other words, over near the tennis courts. One of the big reasons that they wanted to buy this from us is so that they could put in a larger septic system, but it's not gonna fit on the 0.59. So if for some reason the Open Space Institute doesn't grant us the variance or easement to put the septic system, this deal is probably gonna get on the tubes. However, in our last on-site meeting, Charlie, was that his name?
Yep.
From OSI, said he saw no problem giving us that. Am I correct, or am I being too optimistic?
Yeah, that was his kind of a olive branch, I guess you could call it, because originally the folk school wanted to purchase that property and then also build on that. Because it's open space, they're not allowed to build any structures above ground on that property. But they said they would allow a septic, obviously underground. And it would remain open space.
I think I could speak for Dan on this for the life of us. Can't figure out why 20 some years ago, the town would have agreed to that open space is deal. It's hamstringing us right now.
Yeah, it definitely made things more difficult, but I do think that's a reasonable compromise. And the folk school, although they wish not to have those restrictions, basically agreed to them, so we could get the sale done, so.
Charlie did put that in writing too.
Yeah,
Oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
good, good.
there's an email.
Okay. And one of the questions I had of Mary was not obviously, that contingency would have to be resolved before we'd have closing. We'll have an agreement. I was mixing up agreement with closing.
No, we'll have to have it before closing.
Right. Okay, any more comments, suggestions? What's that?
So,
All right, somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
a second.
And this is to accept the contract
Yeah.
as written.
And to authorize the town supervisor. to
Oh,
sign.
one huge change. On the signature page,
Oh, did I not change it?
I don't know, I might have a version. James emails is what I use on legal stuff,
Okay.
okay?
Then no, she's formal on me.
Okay, all in favor?
Uh,
Opposed? Hearing none carried. Discussion on senior housing.
We were gonna try to set up a meeting. Or I was gonna try to set up a meeting between you, self, and anybody else. And Ethan and Jim Sibley. I have found a time, three of us. With that. So I don't really have anything to say about senior housing at this point. Does anybody else? Got anything to say about senior housing?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not privy to what's going on, so I
There's
can't
not
make
much
any
going on.
comments.
There's nothing much going on.
It's time to change that.
yeah, there's not a ton going on. It's kind of, we brought it up several times over the last couple of years and it's never gone anywhere. We'll research preliminary stuff that made it look like it might be feasible to get a deal done on senior housing. For those of you that don't know, the town owns a ton of land right behind here. And in my opinion, it'd be a great idea to set up some senior housing next to the senior center on property that is already owned by the town. So I did ask Mary to look into it and she did get back to me. If you can elaborate a little bit more on that, that would be great.
Yep, so the research I did. In order to sell it to a developer, the end of that development has to then go to a housing authority. So the developer kind of just like the middleman, and then ultimately it has to end up either with a housing authority or with the municipality. But the developer can't make a profit off of the land given to it by a municipality.
So we have to just find a developer that would be sympathetic to our cause to help us as a middleman, essentially.
I mean, I don't know the procedure for doing that, but I do know, so Glens Falls has a housing authority. We can always reach out to them and see how they've been going about doing it. Now Harrietstown has a housing authority. There's a couple, I mean, there's a few we could reach out to and see.
What about the one in Current, that Rise that's down there?
I don't know anything about that. I can look into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll look into that one. Is that town or village?
That's Village.
Yeah, it's village.
I know it's in a village.
Yeah, because there was land that the credit union gave to them and to put that up,
I
there's,
don't have a relationship with the mayor. But I do have a little bit of a relationship with town supervisor.
well, the woman that's ahead of it is on the supervisory committee of the credit union, which Andy and I are both on. She's the chairman of it, and so I mean, could probably pick her brain some on it.
We could look into what that means.
Yeah.
You know who the mayor is, right?
Yeah, I know who the mayor is.
I don't know the mayor.
Deputize you
In the
guys,
village, I don't know the mayor anymore down there.
deputize you guys not to try to do some scratching around.
Yeah.
And I just heard you say when you're leaving, it's 2 weeks from yesterday.
Yeah, 2 weeks from yesterday.
I'll see if I can put something together for next week.
That would be great.
I have no idea. Mr. Siplin's schedule. But he is the county EDC chairman or director, whatever it's called. And after our committee meetings the other day, he chased Ethan and me out the door and says, I want to work with you guys to see if we can do something with senior housing. So certainly worth a meeting. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
keep putting this on the agenda until we do something, or you tell me not to put it on there, discussion of garbage. I went and dug up some old numbers that are a couple of years old, just to make sure our recollections were correct. And those numbers were different kind of combined compromises, and the numbers we've been talking about are in the neighborhood, so nothing's really changed in my opinion on the numbers. So I'm kind of looking for the board to figure out what the next step is towards making a decision as to what we're gonna do. We may choose to do nothing. We may choose one of the options we talked about. I'm looking for the board to start channel our efforts towards one of those things and then dig into that effort really closely and then go no go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you looked into it a little bit, and as one of the possibilities, a garbage district similar to a water district is feasible.
Correct.
So really, I mean, if you guys see any error in this, please let me know, but I think we have three options: keep it the way it is, offer to garbage service still to residents for a set fee, or discontinue the garbage service altogether, and then everybody goes private. I don't see a fourth option other than those three, but if there is one, I'm open to hear it. But I'd like to.
There is one. Let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, please.
The other option would be leave things the way they are now and just increase basic taxes. That have.
That's gonna go against your tax cap.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we're worried about, is it'll go over that.
What are you doing? Trying to generate revenue,
Yes.
not make it self-sufficient, but get something toward it. I'm with Dane. Yeah,
Yeah, we're looking at.
don't take garbage away.
We're looking at a cost of probably on the order of $250,000. The actual cost for us for garbage is like $300 to $350, but that also.
363,093.
That includes running the transfers,
Okay,
which we continue to have to do. And we still have to haul that garbage. to
yeah, with
wherever it
Dane,
goes.
get something to generate revenue for, are you talking this fiscal year?
If,
Whatever you guys. But yeah,
If
you
we
took
could-
you took businesses 2 years ago, how much did that save you?
I don't have those numbers.
it's hard to
Yeah.
quantify,
Yeah.
because unfortunately, the transfer station, some of their costs are blended in there, so we'd have to make a bunch of assumptions to pick it apart.
Yeah, I would
I
agree with Dane to recoup some expenses, but stopping garbage is, first of all, it's two guys' jobs. And they get angry people, and you got more stuff on Dunkley Road that Brown's kids or guys would have to pick up. And the River Road, that would be your new garbage site if you stop it.
Right. Yeah.
If, correct me if I'm wrong, Mary, if we were to set up a garbage district, I think we could do that, as soon as possible. And send bills out in the middle of summer. But if we're gonna look at just increasing overall taxes, then obviously we can't do that until
Okay.
January 1.
And if you put it as a district, it's not gonna go against your tax cap.
Yeah.
Do it separately.
That's. Oh, okay. So I interrupted.
I don't know. Well, you were asking about next steps. I'd like to involve the public in this and
Mhm.
maybe set up some sort of public hearing, let them know what we're considering. And just get general feedback before we make a decision on anything, just kind of lay out what the options are. And try to make them more aware going in.
I think that's a good idea.
You might wanna have an idea what you wanna do. You wanna recruit it all? Is it you have 3,000 parcels?
Yeah.
You have 3,000 parcels, so you want to recruit 300,000 out of it, or what? Do you want to recruit some of our revenue out of it?
But we also have summer people where they don't want to be paying taxes, or they don't want to be
Oh.
paying fees on their garbage year round, and they're only here for.
I've thought about this quite a bit, and my compromise and what I think would be the best is to continue to allow garbage service for a fee in a district where, and I don't know, can people opt into that similar to they can?
No.
Well, like, They opt into water, like if you have a well, you can't,
Correct.
you're not forced to take town water.
Yeah, I'll just have to figure out how we do that.
Okay, and the reason, these are the pros that I see. One, seasonal residents. If they don't want to take town garbage, they don't have to take town garbage. Right now, seasonal residents, it's built into their taxes. They're only doing garbage 3 months out of the year. What was the number? Over half of the tax bills right now go out of town. So the majority of the residents in this town are seasonal at this point. So if we were to create a district where people could opt in or not, that still allows us to provide the garbage service for a fee, but allows the people who don't want it necessarily to go private or, get it, because you can get those private services. You don't have to sign up for a year. It can be for 3 months.
That would be a little bit difficult for the actual pickup. They'd have to have.
Who's on, who's off. the list.
Yeah.
It will, yeah,
And they pay a water bill and they're only here, they pay for the whole water bill.
Pay per gallon?
Pardon me?
They don't pay per gallon?
Some do.
No, the way it works is in the Lake Luzerne Water District, which is a meter district. You get 60,000 gallons for the base rate, which right now is $200. If you go over 60,000, it's 0.00275 cents per gallon when they read your meter. So some people do have bigger water bills than some.
Dane's headed in the right direction. You should probably want to have an idea on how much before you throw it out to your community.
Yeah,
Right.
Or you're gonna have a lot of. people
now the other,
People.
just so you know, the other water district one down near Corinth, which is
They
what's
pay.
smaller. They're not metered, so they just pay one rate.
Yeah, come up with an alternative. You stop garbage, I think you'll see. I don't wanna go over to the transfer station every Saturday and see that guy. So.
Yeah.
I'll pay.
Adam is very nice.
That's
Well, I hate to go back to this, but how does like Corinth afford it? The village and the town has garbage pickup down there. How, for a town that doesn't really have any industry like we have, how did they work theirs? I mean, maybe I'll go down there and talk to somebody.
one of theirs doesn't, because there are a lot of private cans that are out
Yeah.
there. So I don't know if it's the village or the town, but one of them has gone private.
Because they have
One
three
is
different people
private.
picking up.
Dane, I think you did the research.
Does
What's
they-
it cost a resident if I was to get a private person to come to my house in this
I
area?
think it was like 30,
34. There's 30 something.
36.88 a week.
Month. Right?
A week.
No,
No, a month?
$32 a month.
Oh, a month. So yeah, so it was.
It's all the less size cans,
A month.
Okay.
Yeah, and you could, but that was the standard household. I did
Yeah, it's
that.
like 4 or 5 bags or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, because it ended up being like $400 and something a year.
That's kind of my only thought too for districting is how the towns guys would identify what's yours is, I would think is either by the can. So you'd either have to label them some way or you'd have to have our own cans, which that would be expensive, but
I think
Maybe
you
let's
just
do
have some
something.
kind of a sticker that you. put
yeah,
on
or
the
sticker,
can.
but then,
The companies have special cans, so if it was just regular, we don't have to.
no, you don't have to special can, yeah, I guess we issue stickers or something.
But if you have a district, yeah, you'd have to put a sticker on them so they know.
You'd have to figure out some way
Yeah.
Yeah,
to identify it.
Would you have to if you're picking up everybody, no matter what?
I'm still not against Lori's idea.
So
Picking up everybody's.
it just makes it easier. I mean,
But if everybody doesn't pay, that's not fair either.
well, right now,
In the
with
district.
water, if you don't pay, it gets re-levied on your taxes.
Oh,
So
okay.
you would set up to.
She's
do
saying
this.
every person.
Okay,
person,
so-
every
That's-
person.
That requirement's not that unusual in Texas.
No.
I mean, school taxes.
It's a summer resident now, but it doesn't mean in 2 years it's gonna be.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's
Like
saying
an
they pay
Airbnb.
school, they pay the school
Mhm. A
taxes.
lot
Yeah.
more garbage.
can you put? You and I work together, or anybody wants to help put together some facts. With the goal of having a public meeting, like a workshop or something.
yeah, I mean, I think I agree with Burgess, though. I think the board should kind of have a consensus of where we want to go.
You know, we sort of got a chicken and the egg thing here. we need some numbers to figure out where we want to go.
We want to
Gotta figure out where-
we want to have a
the numbers
proposal, so we might have to have a subcommittee on garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We might want a proposal to throw out to them.
I mean, whatever a subcommittee will put together is not necessarily gospel, but it's a start.
Mhm.
What I did with the short-term rental law is I got 300 towns laws. And I molded them together without really changing anything, and that's where I started, and it changed quite a bit. But it was a starting point, you know. And it took a year. This isn't nearly that complicated. So. If we get a group together, it's not as important to get it perfect the first time as it is to get it done so we can move forward. I'll help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with doing that.
We can have a workshop on put things together.
You take the lead, okay, tell us when to be there. All right,
The logo to please.
Did you want to set a workshop or?
Can I,
well,
legal question, can I participate in a workshop via Zoom? Like, I can't participate in a meeting via Zoom.
Right, but
Right.
in a workshop, you're not voting.
Okay, so I'm allowed to do that. I just wanted to make sure.
Try to have one meeting before you leave.
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Well, I think I need to get you an answer on whether or not people can opt in or out. Right?
Yes, that would be very helpful.
That's probably then go.
My answer wasn't good enough.
I didn't.
I said, no, they can't. That was my opinion.
I mean, that's okay with me.
See if we can, opt out of school tax.
If you reach a certain age, you can get a reduced school.
No, because even social
All right.
security will throw you over the amount that you're gonna get reduced. You can't.
There are two different districts too. You could do a flat fee district, which would just be one fee for every parcel, or you could base the tax on the assessed value. So if someone has a vacant lot, their portion of the garbage fee would be a lot smaller.
That's if they put it on the tax bill, right?
Well, no, it's just however you set your district up. So one's a benefit district and one's a special taxing district, and they're you create them different and then you tax them different. So it's flat fee or
I like the, it'd be so much easier in our office for flat fee, but just saying. You guys.
So I went to flat fee too, but I'm gonna use myself for an example.
Go ahead.
So where my properties are set up off of Old Stage Road, where the treetop course is and stuff like that, because there was an old county road there, there's like 7 parcels or something, or 6 parcels that I have right there. So we would have to have a way where each small parcel, some of them are like less than 1/10 of an acre or whatever,
You too money.
aren't getting charged for garbage because there's no garbage being produced. It's really just, so that's. There would have to be some
Residents.
mechanism, yeah.
Go residents, because you've already taken your commercial, commercial properties out of that.
Right.
Those residential properties.
Yeah, so there has to be,
stay out as well.
yeah, I think it would just have to be residents.
And are you
Vacant
doing it
lots
on
aren't
approved
generating
land or,
Right,
Yeah.
understood.
and are you gonna stay out with it, just charging the parcels that have houses on them, or are you going to charge everybody? Whether there's improvements or not to the property?
Well, that's,
something
you're
else to think
asking me to
about.
look
Yeah.
at.
Yeah, that's what I'd like you to look up, yeah.
When you talk to Corinth. The answer they give you may just be this is built into their regular taxes. If
Yeah.
that's the answer, ask them if they meet the tax cap each year.
Okay.
A lot of municipalities don't,
And there's
that's not
no,
their goal.
yeah,
Tax cap,
and they say there's not really an issue with not meeting the tax
Yeah,
cap
it's
either.
not the end of the world.
No,
I don't know, I think I paid town and county like $3,000 this year, or my tax bill went up a couple percent.
they went up
1% or
12%.
whatever, to still pick up garbage, I'll sign up right now.
I know the supervisor, the town supervisor
Eric,
in Corinth. Yeah, I went to school with him.
Okay, so everybody know what they're gonna do?
Yep.
Good,
So are you
good,
setting a
good.
workshop or no?
I'll wait to hear from Mary.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
And
get
if Mary
back to you.
email me. What? The 16th. Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
16th.
Good
Yeah.
discussion. We'll move.
Discussion on the employee handbook.
Handbook. Couple things came up this week. Um. That reinforced, my desire to keep this on the agenda. And Pam was one of the people that, had an issue she brought up. So I'm wondering if she would have the charge to update the employee handbook.
Yeah, I think we kind of need a workshop. I've gone through it and I've added some things in it. Working for a couple different places and whatnot, I kind of have a little bit of knowledge, but
Can I
You know.
add something in here? This was brought up at discussion once before. I think Dane brought it up a while ago. And I had sent him an email. When you work on that employee handbook, you need to look at part-time employees and salary and non-salary employees, because
Okay.
there's nothing in there about sick time, vacation time for part-time people. And when I first came on board, and I still am part-time. My question to them coming from the county was, what do I get for vacation time? And, and I was just in the end told, take what you need. But there should be some guideline there for part-time people about vacations and sick time. I don't get sick time, but,
There's
Okay.
a lot of stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody has any suggestions, just
I
let me
think-
know.
Probably what we're gonna wanna do is go right around to each department head
Yeah,
and say. Cozy up to this and mark it up and give us your markups.
yeah.
I'm hoping that Colleen will have a. Maybe she's already working a list. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got a few things I wrote on mine, so,
Yeah,
yeah, all right. I'll work on it. It'll be a work in progress.
yeah.
It's probably a good time for me to bring up the. We'll see for town funded organizations. So, one of the things that could possibly be added, I printed these out. Take a look. Right now, we don't have, as a town, outside organizations getting money from the town. We don't really have a policy of how they're. Everybody's supposed to report their money, where it's going, all that kind of stuff. So I think it would be in the best interest of the town if we had more of a firm, concise. See, we could adopt so that everybody knows when they take town money, this is what is expected of them. They come in, they'll let the board know. I think a lot of times, we're up here once a month, we maybe will make a decision. 4 or 5 months go by, you kind of forget exactly what happened 4 or 5 months ago.
Mhm.
But if we had some sort of requirement, like is stated here, quarterly reports, just letting us know what has been done with the money that we're giving you to do X, Y, Z. Which if we're giving them money, it's supposed to benefit the town in some way. Just kind of as an outline, I printed this out to get the discussion going, but I'd like to have something like that in the.
So this is mostly for like occupancy tax or,
Well, probably good money too. I'm surprised you don't have something like that already, but again, I would send this to Mary and let her.
It's just,
I'm surprised we don't have something like that.
But I mean-
There's a specific one already written for occupancy tax.
there is one?
Just what
The
you're supposed
county
to do.
does.
Well, the county does, yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, we use theirs for that. So one comment I had, I forgot to talk to you about this earlier, is somehow we're going to figure out how to mold the two together or use them both if it worked.
Yeah, I just think there needs to be some framework.
Absolutely.
So that,
So this is
Everybody-
for like the PTSA, that money that we did, that, or
Yeah, the booster club money will fall into that, all that kind of stuff, so that we have accurate reporting of what's going on. We can kind of keep tabs on the money that's going out.
The ones
Okay.
that are not occupancy tax money, there isn't very many.
No, I think it would be the booster club, the Hadley Youth. Would probably fall into that as well, the money that went to
Those are the only two I
that.
can think of.
Yeah. Yeah, probably,
Does the Lake Association?
yeah, the Lake Association doesn't.
They
get any-
usually give us a little breakdown.
The Lake Association,
They
um,
report, yeah.
They do.
we
Yeah,
take
they
that money,
report.
the money the county gives us to, control invasive species.
Yeah.
But it could.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it would.
Yeah,
fall under
it
the
makes
same.
sense.
Yeah,
They're all,
They also give us a report,
yeah, so they're already kind of doing it.
yeah,
Mhm.
but if we have a structure, like what, Dane's presenting,
Mhm.
then we're looking for the report.
Yeah.
And they have a deadline or per se of when it's expected.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
it
because
would,
they all give reports, they all, say, well, this is what we did, this is,
Right.
how successful or
yeah, the
Right,
idea
those
is just
are-
streamlined.
have it streamlined, yeah.
yeah, and it's policing a little bit,
Yeah.
which is what we're supposed to do.
Yeah,
Very good.
so that wouldn't be for the employee handbook, but maybe just like a town.
Yeah.
Policy.
Okay, yeah, we can
Thing.
do that, lump them all together, would be probably the thing to do.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Send them all through together.
Edits and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, and we have another item anyways, an employee item. EMS contract, you didn't get a response yet, did you, from,
I got an automatic response that she's on vacation until February 6th.
There is a couple things in there, Mary, that are, the address is 33 Lake Avenue. Of course, John Kaminsky is the president now.
February 1st, yeah. I mean, I did this in December,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, no, but just the address, they always confuse the address, but they're 33.
It doesn't seem like we're making any progress on it anyway, so.
oh, I didn't hear back from Mo. I think it was before our last meeting, I sent him an email, and didn't get a response. I'm concerned that he,
That is-
yeah, I'm concerned that he hasn't authorized her to look at it. All that. I'll call Mo this week. Or I'll stop over and see him.
After 3 days,
I mean,
she's not back until the 6th, so at least wait 3 days.
what I want to get out of Mo is that he's authorized her to do it. I don't know that, I don't know that he has. He told me that they were agreeable. Working on updating this thing. We're moving along nowheres. Agreement with Warrensburg. To plow part of Old Stage Road. Basically, Kevin, I don't have any update except Mary's gonna work on the agreement. And I just gave her a whole bunch of numbers. To put that together, so that's moving along. And what we're asking for is, we agreed on, which is $5,000 for the rest of this year. And what was it, Mary, 11? I gave you the,
Sorry.
I think it's $11,000 a year for next year. Just,
5,000 this year, 11,368 for next year.
that number is what we're currently getting from the county to do some of their roads per mile. So that 11,000 is the full load of roughly $9,100 times 1.25 miles. So that's moving along. Anybody want to talk about that at all? Okay, reports. Highway Super Ron.
We got snow picked up and down in town. We got a lot of the roads all pushed back. We got a full salt shed and we're doing repairs and we'll be ready for the next storm.
Any water stuff to talk about?
We've had a bunch of issues that we've gotten done. The corner of Sullivan and Pierpont, we had a 4-inch valve that we had to shut down the water and replace. It was just blowing out of the top.
That was a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes,
Like the day after the other one.
yes. The Rose was a 2-inch valve that was leaking. We got that replaced. Other than that, knock on wood, it's been good. We had very cold weather this weekend and people need to trickle their water if they've ever had a water freeze up on them. So hopefully there's nobody up in the camps up on the heights. That's about it.
Where did you bring all that snow? Sorry, Jim. Where did you bring all that snow that you,
Out back of the landfill.
okay, that's,
Out back, we have an area where we clear it off and we.
I was just curious. I saw you on Church Street today.
Just sort of a related thing. I think it's progress on $150,000 grant to draw plans, specs and stuff. And he's gonna come to our next board meeting, give us an update on how that's going. Water engineering.
One more thing, Jim. I've taken a lot of my stock in these repairs. So I will be having bills to replenish them. Because I have a lot of things not on site if we have this issue ever again. So
Just,
I just want you to be aware.
yeah, I'm making this speech to everybody. We have a very, very tight budget this year. So when
I
you,
wouldn't go crazy. I just need some parts in stock.
but look at your numbers, okay? So that in November, you don't all of a sudden reach in your pocket and there's nothing left, you know. Colleen's, you know, she'll tell you where you're at.
Yeah, yep,
Anything else, Ron?
that's it. I'm good.
Zoning, Karen and or Tucker?
Okay, I'll start and then Tucker can finish up. We sent out the zoning report today to you and
Got it, thank you.
yep. Also, at our planning board meeting, they voted to change some dates of the planning board meetings this year. And it's July. It was July 22nd. They're changing it to Tuesday. It was Wednesday, July 22nd. They're changing it to Tuesday, July 21st, because a lot of the members want to go to the concerts. And then for Thanksgiving, it was scheduled for the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, November 25th. They changed it to a week before 11/18. We typically do this every year for the planning board. And the week of Christmas, they changed it from December 23rd to December 16th. We've put that on the website already. So that was done. We have not heard anything back from Taylor Cunningham. When he was at the last meeting, you gave him 2 weeks to get some kind of an idea schedule to us. We have not heard anything from him. So I just want to make
Can
you
you
aware
hold
of
up
that.
for a second?
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? I thought I made it pretty clear. We wanted just to, even if it was a handwritten list of what he was going to do to that building.
I have seen an awful lot on Facebook, showing the different historical pictures of what it used to be, and I don't know, I took it that maybe he was trying to feel the community out to see, okay, well, are you thinking that this is something I should try to restore or bulldoze, you know?
My concern about the property is, depending upon what he wants to do with it, you've got to keep in mind the ground condition there for any kind of a septic system. That part of town is very shallow soils. And that particular area, people report a lot of watering basements, that kind of thing. So whatever he comes up with for a plan, just, you know, we're going to have to be concerned about the wastewater treatment of whatever it is. Storage, there probably wouldn't be much of anything, but apartments, yes, it would be.
Right.
So just.
Has he done anything? He said he was going to be working on the broken window areas.
I see nothing has changed.
Yeah, I've been by there, I haven't seen any change.
But we did have some pretty lousy weather for him to be doing anything.
That's true,
also.
but. He was
But no
supposed to try to get
communication.
us some kind of a timeline and idea of what he was gonna do.
What was the date that we gave him to?
It was on the 20th, January 20th is when. The last agenda meeting was, I believe.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and so 2 weeks from then would be the 3rd, which is
Which is
today.
today. And did we only give him 2 weeks to get back to us?
That's what I have written in my notes.
That's what I was checking.
That's what I asked him.
He wanted a list of what he plans to do and when it will be done to the zoning office in the next 2 weeks.
And you haven't received it.
No. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Now hold on, Karen.
Okay,
I think we should ask the zoning office to just send them a reminder that we're looking for that list.
okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Everybody agreed?
Yep.
Okay, Karen,
Yep.
you're
that's fair.
got the floor again.
The only other thing that I have on my list Tucker is gonna talk about are the streets in the Second Lake area, Second Lake subdivision area.
So ever since the Bluebird Road Drive incident, I've been on quest looking for different roads that I knew kind of didn't match up with what I had on GIS and what our road sign said. When I uncovered Second Lake, it turned into more than just one street. It turned into the entire development to where I had to start looking into the entire development and how that was actually created, and then uncovered a lot of things that, you know, I didn't want to necessarily research, but had to research. Finally, we got the deed back from Ron Dixon because there was no straightforward way of getting that. Once we got that back from him, going off the subdivision map, it was never officially given like street names. So for instance, Lausanne was just Lausanne. They did give an example of a street. So I think eventually what happened was we just gave them names. And so that created a ton of confusion as to, you know, we named it Lausanne Lane, we've got Montrose Street, we've got Zermatt Drive, and they were all supposed to be street to begin with. And so we got one thing at the, like your mailing address is one thing, 911 says another, and our street signs, they all just don't match.
GIS is different.
And even GIS is different. So going back off the deed, the simplest solution I've come to find is to just go off of what the deed says, and that's the name of all street. GIS has them all as street, I think, except for Zermatt Drive. I sent you guys the documents and it showed the differences between each one. But I think the simplest and cleanest solution is to go off of what the deed actually says. And two, keep them all one thing, and it'll keep it the most simplest way we can do it. I have sent out notices for the last one, and that's kind of, I haven't received a ton of feedback, but I have had people come in telling me their concerns. My biggest concern with it was that, you know, I don't want it to be someone's life, you know, based off this, the sole thing that they called in and said that I'm on Bluebird, you know, Road, and it's Bluebird Drive, or it's Bluebird Drive and it's Bluebird Road. So I think it's an easy thing we can fix right now, get it done and be done with it. I know it creates some inconvenience for people because they're having to go and change, you know, I'm gonna have to go get a new driver's license. I'm gonna have to change my mailing addresses, but I've done the best I can to inform the post office, and I've informed Ron, and so we're gonna get this cleaned up and settled. But
The other document that's out there that has different names is some of the chips, on the chips list, some of the street names are not what they actually are. And so I don't know how we'll go about cleaning that up, but Ron Dixon at the county is aware of that. And
But he's informed us that it's important that you change those once we get all these changes settled. But that's my proposal to you guys is that we change all the names in the Second Lake development to street. A lot of the road signs don't match up what's on 911, so be it. So I think that's the cleanest way to do this.
What,
Good.
what do you need from the board?
I need a resolution to change, and I'll give you the deed here, so that way you can have all the names, if you want to just go through the names. But to change Lausanne, to name it Lausanne Street, Montreux to Montreux Street.
Should we write out a resolution? We can make a little chart.
Yeah,
Yeah, is it a bit
saying
cleaner?
as
Yeah.
approved, or
Okay.
as
so 15 years from now, when people are scratching their head, they'll figure out why we did it.
Yeah, yeah,
want to get that.
yep, and then that's got all the names in it,
Have
so.
we got another copy of that?
Yeah, I emailed that in the mass email that I sent.
You
so,
did,
Yep,
okay. You sent it. to me?
Including Mary.
yeah, I included Mary.
You did,
Okay.
okay.
So you're gonna do the resolution for the next meeting?
If not, I can copy it.
So we'll do the resolution at the next meeting then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no super high sense of urgency, right? Other than you're concerned about.
Well, I would like to get because I have sent out the notices for the last resolutions. I would like to get those road signs created, so that way people aren't going, well, it hasn't changed, so. Just so we can get those road signs up, so the ones for Pierpont, Catherine Drive, and for, I think we had Sagamore. Sorry, it was Catherine Drive,
Bluebird.
Bluebird Road, and Pierpont Road. Those were the three that I sent out notices for,
The P,
that I would like the signs actually ordered.
it's Pierre Pont.
Pierpont.
Did you put them in the zoning report?
No,
Or just separate?
No, it was a separate.
Separate.
Separate one. Else? Can you just resend it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Tucker?
Other than that, I don't know if you want to talk about the dam situation, just that we had we had Labella send out the request for amendment.
Right. The engineer, we hired him for $12,000 or whatever to work on. Issues DEC has told us about the dam. And within the last week or two, they've applied to hopefully lower our classification on the dam, so it's moving along.
Anything on the short-term rentals?
Do we want to talk about that?
Mary, do we want to talk about that?
Why don't we talk about an executive session?
Okay,
Yep.
Okay, Lori, town clerk.
The town is 100% collected as of today. I gave Colleen the last little bit of our tax money. So tomorrow a check will go to the county and then I'll start paying the county probably once a week. And I don't have a monthly report. That's all I have.
Councilman Otto. No.
I don't do much on reports. Ron, thanks for the work you've done so far with your guys this winter. It's a heck of a winter. You kept up with it good. My lights at the school are fixed. I think Annie had something to do with that, and I know it was up there at National Grid. So that worked out. And we asked you, and I don't know if we were formally asked you, can we, a crossing guard? Can we legally put a town employee on a state highway?
Yes,
Good.
that was in my report.
Okay. Oh, because I should have waited you out.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Councilwoman Pettis.
Yes, I have a few things from the chamber. We have our 7 concerts scheduled. We're working on the food trucks. So, I will get that schedule out there. We do have a Facebook page. And people are very excited, I think, because it's so cold. For the summer concerts. The electrical, I haven't done anything more with that because it is so cold. I don't want to go down there until it warms up some, so we'll work on that. And I spoke about a vendor market. We are going to go ahead with doing that. We believe it's going to be the 3rd week in July at the pavilion, the park. So vendors will have to get a permit. You know, they'll go through an application with us, we'll approve them, and then they'll get a permit. Chamber's not gonna make any money on this, we're just doing it, you know, for something for the people to do. They want more to do in the town, so, that's what the chamber's doing. Jim and I met with Barb, the senior center. She gave me this nice binder. She gave Jim one and explained everything about the senior center to us because she is going to be retiring. I've offered to be like a liaison, with them down there, you know, learn what I can and whatnot, and we'll go from there. And just wondering if executive session tonight, that's all. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman McMahon,
Okay, I have nothing.
sure,
Yep, we're waiting, we're having an executive session, correct?
yeah. It sounds like we're gonna have three things, but I think they're all pretty quick.
Thank you.
Councilman Moore.
I just wanted to get an update. I've been contacted by the president of the Booster Club to see when they'll be getting their funding. We did approve that in December. And they still haven't been cut a check yet, so get an update on that.
I was wondering how the board felt and how they feel if we were to divide that up in like 3 or 4 payments. That would give us an opportunity for them to give us feedback as to what they're doing with it. I've had a couple of people question that, and so I just want to be careful. So could you check with the club, see if they'd be all right? Maybe the first shot would be $5,000 and then they give us a little one pay for kind of, you know.
We're gonna go follow.
So it could be, but for $5,000, I don't envision a very long report. Could just be a list, could be an email.
Yeah, in my last conversation with them I had, I did know that some people had concerns, so I asked them about breaking up the money.
Okay.
And they were fine with it. Yeah.
Um,
They just, for planning purposes, they want to make sure, since we've already approved it, that they're going to be able to get their money.
you got basketball stuff, you're gonna have.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on, so they need to have some way to be able to plan and.
I don't want to burden paperwork, but I do want to make sure we keep track of the taxpayers. You guys have any comments on that?
They keep records. They keep very good records, and I don't think that would be a big burden.
Something like an invoice, again, it could just be a blank sheet of paper, ask for the first installment or something, it's just so I have something here, calling.
Why don't we talk about this in executive session as well?
There's gonna be 4 items. Anything else, Nate?
One other thing, yeah, sorry. I am gonna be gone and miss the next 2 meetings. However, I do plan on watching them via Zoom. I know I can't participate. And I'll also be available via email and phone. So,
You can comment, you just can't.
okay, yes.
And that during COVID, that's what I learned.
Even if his site is posted as a site,
What do you mean?
his location, the open meetings law, even if we list his site as a place they can go and participate.
You have to pass a local law to allow
Okay.
participation by Zoom. So if you do the local law, you can, but until that happens.
Takes 30 days to do that, right?
Right.
So just to be clear, I can't talk.
No, you can't.
No, you
No,
can
you
talk.
can talk, you can't vote.
Okay,
Yes.
I can comment, I just can't vote.
That was the same during COVID too. I missed one meeting because I was sick.
If we unmute you, you can talk.
Yeah, I'll be at your mercy.
Also,
Yes.
just one thing, I hadn't planned on bringing it up, but I got the information quicker. The little white Honda CRV that we have, it's a 2023, the lease is up in a couple months. It's a 2023, it's got 4,468 miles on it. And Tucker looked up Kelly Blue Book, 28 to 31 is the Kelly Blue Book. The buyout of the lease is 22,300. So I'm thinking we ought to finance that and buy it.
Is that cool?
And you want the rundown again, 2023 Honda CRV, it's a little white one that sits out here. Who uses it besides you guys?
Few people, I mean, the
22.
senior center has been using it
22,000
too.
is the buyout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Kelly Blue Book is 28 to 31,000.
It's just, we gotta check the
I don't know about your
procurement.
purchasing policy though.
Well, I don't want to pursue it if the board doesn't want to do it. But without knowing the details, do you think it's wise for us to look into that seriously?
Look into it, their
Yeah.
lease might be more.
I'm not asking for authorization at this
Yeah.
point. Seems like kind of a no brainer.
Yeah.
Again, it's a 2023. It's got 4,468 miles on it. Kelly Blue Book, what's the range? Target 28 to 31. What makes it a 31? What makes it a 28?
Based off the condition, I know, I had heard. It had been backed into a tree, so.
I think-
That affects resale value.
Who did that?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
fixed
a
it.
lease, so
It
that's
is.
the one thing to consider too.
It affects the car or the tree?
Maybe both.
And again, the buyout's 22,300. So I'll find us some more stuff on that and see what we can get for financing rate. We have a couple months, right? This runs out in April.
April,
April,
Yeah.
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 Okay. Playground, we're probably gonna have a playground committee meeting in March. And at that point, we'll be establishing our grand opening date. And we'll be finalizing the sign, finalizing the little parking lot we have to build ADA compliant. And there's a couple other things, but
Bricks.
that bricks, we're closing out bricks now. And it looks like we'll net about 11,000 on the bricks. Sold about 90 of them. 60 are single, and roughly 30 are doubles. So that was a good fundraiser, and they're gonna look nice. The other thing I have is part of the executive session. So if nobody has anything else, I'd like to make a motion.
Public.
Look,
Oh, right, did you have any?
Mary.
Yeah, I was just gonna let the board know that the time to appeal the Luzerne Woods decision has passed. So that subdivision is good to go at this point. When you get the costs for Hayes for 15 Stewart, just make sure you give me that so I can submit it to the court and we can get a judgment, money judgment against that property.
All your expenses. Equipment, time,
Yes.
manpower.
Everything.
You aren't done though, right?
No. But everything's covered in snow.
I know, it's okay.
We did, I mean, we got the trailers out of there and everything,
There's more stuff.
just sporadic.
Kind of loose junk, piles of junk. Does everybody know where we're at with 15 stores? Does anybody need an update? Okay. Just an FYI, I went to the town court the other day and the judge would not reduce their bail. So they went back home to Warren County Jail. They have another court appearance coming up in Bolton in the middle of the month. I think they have a court appearance coming up here on else too. So that. Yes. Okay, so I'll make the motion that we go into executive session. Or open.
Public.
Oh, I'm sorry, thank you. Anybody in the public have anything they want to say, comments, questions? And
yes.
let's do it here first, Patricia, okay, then we'll come to you. Sure, come on up. State your name and tell us what's on your mind.
I'm Kevin Boyd. I live at Sagamore Drive in Lake Luzerne. AKA Straight Drive, but the post office registers it as Drive. I basically show a concern with your situation with your employee manual. I basically have been dealing with employee manuals for probably over 40 years. I don't know if you might want to get to a employment attorney to basically make it, because they're going to have to look at it eventually, because it's got to be a legal document. The other thing is that I have submitted an application for the planning board that I submitted to the town clerk's office, probably 4 weeks ago. And I guess you have like an opening for an alternate position.
You
So,
did submit one?
yes, I did. I handed it to the town clerk's office.
Kevin, what's your last name?
Boyd.
BOYD. I may be blackballed right now because my name was on the Luzerne Woods
Oh,
situation,
I
but
wasn't aware that you had.
that
submitted
wouldn't
one,
make any
so-
difference to me.
I brought the application in and handed it
Okay. Okay.
to one of the girls in the office. Oh, litigation's now over.
Yeah. I'll look at it.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just thought I'd bring it to your attention
Yeah,
that I
thanks.
had submitted it.
I think. Aren't we full up now? On the
There's
two
still-
boards?
We are
They're
still
still
looking
looking
for
for an
one,
alternate.
one alternate on the planning.
Right, okay. How do I get hold of you?
My,
Obviously, if I find that, I'll know the answer, but in case I can't find.
my phone number is 518-527-1620. And basically my email and everything's on there. I live at 145 Sagamore Drive.
Street.
No, the post office says drive.
They actually passed a resolution to change it.
So that's another thing you gotta concern yourself with is also the 911 scenario is you're changing your names and all these things is
But we're
911's gonna be more
Right, they're
confusing than
working-
anybody.
working with them. They actually brought it to our attention.
Yeah, because the post office, basically, when I put street, they say, no, it's drive.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Give me a shot in a couple of days if you don't hear from me first.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Anything else?
No, I'm fine now.
Thank you.
Patricia.
Patricia Gladberg, can you unmute her?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just have a question because I'm not sure that I heard everything correctly. Sometimes it's a little fuzzy. Did I get that you're looking into the possibility of setting up a garbage zone? And
Yes.
there'll be a workshop, is that where there'll be a workshop on the 16th of February?
No, we haven't set it up yet. We got to kind of get our act together so we
Oh.
can add some numbers around and then we'll let people know.
Okay, fine. And it will be
Can you-
available by Zoom?
Pardon me?
I think it will be available by Zoom, even if we can't say anything, we can at least listen.
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
yeah. What are your thoughts towards the community's desire to have or not have or pay more for garbage?
Well, nobody wants to pay more for anything, but right now, most people in the community, not all, you're talking about the Fourth Lake community. Most of them are seasonal residents, but not all. More and more are becoming year-round residents, and they pay for I think 4 or 5 months of garbage collection, but also the trucks have to be maintained. And, that's something everybody has. So right now it's just through the taxes. I don't know that they have any opinions. I'll just give them information as I get it from you, and I'll see what they think.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
No, thank you.
Anybody else on Zoom wish to talk?
I did notice on my tax bill that we are paying for garbage on our tax bills. So you probably need to look at how much you're generating from that tax bill. I seem to remember seeing it when I was paying it, but I may be wrong.
No, there's no separate line, no.
I'll take another look, just to
I'll
make sure.
take another look at my
Yeah.
bill, but that was one thing that stuck out for me. I said, oh, they're paying for
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah, okay,
So
okay,
when I talk with you, I'll see if I
Yeah,
find it.
yeah.
Okay.
okay, what am I forgetting? Anything? Good?
145 Sagamore.
Okay, so I make a motion, we go into executive session for the purpose of working on an employee situation and attorney-client privilege, 2 or 3 items. And we will not be making any decisions afterwards. After we close the executive session, we'll be only coming back to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Thank you.